What's up, bitches? Another ride to work. Oh, I need to scratch my eyebrows. What the hell? This always happens when I close my visor. Alright, the bike is cold starting. It's times like these when I'm wearing my gloves, waiting for the bike to start, cold start. I remember how lucky I am to have gone through so many things and still make it alive, believe it or not. Why I say this? Because I had fractured my left knee on my 18th birthday while trying to skateboard. So I'm going to tell you guys the story about that on my way to work. I'm running late as usual, and there's a cycling event happening in Pune, so I'm going to use that as an excuse to tell my boss why I'm half an hour late, believe it or not. Fun fact, this is my brother's bike, gets washed every day by the local people who wash in the society. This is all the water from the washing thingy, and this dried out water that you see is actually the suspension fluid that was leaking from my bike. I don't know why this hasn't disappeared, but yeah. It's been there for like a month now. And some of that as well. Fuck it, we ball. I need to scratch my eyebrows again. What the hell? Yeah. Hopefully the audio is good. I'm just gonna let it be how it is. And this might be the last vlog you see without an ND filter. I'm gonna use one from the next time I upload a video. Alright, I was gonna talk about something. Oh yeah, how I fractured my left knee. This is not where you stop, dude. What the hell? Fracturing my left knee. On my 18th birthday, I decided to go to a skate park because I was so into skating. I forced my mom to get me a skateboard for my birthday. Pretty expensive one. I did not need it. Could have used a beginner one. I don't think I was wearing any safety gear. No knee pads, no elbow pads, helmets. We just raw dogged it. Did he? Oh, he was showing right. I just raw dogged it with a friend of mine. We decided to go to a skate park in Dubai. And nothing happened at the skate park. We were having the time of my life. And mind you, this was on my 18th birthday as well. I told my mom I'm going to the park to celebrate my birthday with a few friends. But it was just me and my friend, no one else. We ordered pizza, we ordered drinks, and we were enjoying at the park. And then we had our skateboard next to each other. We were just talking about life. And we were like, you know what? Let's record one of those cool videos for Instagram. I think there was Instagram back then, if I'm not wrong. This was like almost 9 years ago. Yeah, there was Instagram back then. So we were like, yeah, let's record some cool videos for Instagram and whatnot. It'll be so fun. And this could be the first time I do a drop-in. For those you guys who don't know what a drop-in is, imagine like a skateboard bucket type ramp inside the floor right there. And then you're supposed to drop in from the edge of the bucket inside the ramp. Or like any ramp in general, not just bucket. It's not even called a bucket. I don't know why I'm saying a bucket. I'm trying to dumb it down for you guys who don't know what skateboarding is actually about. So yeah, I told my friend, let's try a few drop-ins. We started from a small ramp, and that guy was pretty good at skateboarding. It was my first time actually ever at a skate park. But it was not his first time at a skate park. He's been skating for like 2 or 3 years before this. Huge skateboarding fan. All that happened. We got a few clips. We got a few videos. I got a cool video of him at the skate park doing skateboarding shit. And it was time to go home. While going home, I don't know why I had this genius idea of skateboarding all the way from my parking to the building elevator in front of me, and it was hardly, how do I say, 20 meters, and I fractured my leg in that 20 meters, which did not happen at the skate park. I don't know how I managed to do that, but what happened was, when you're on a skateboard, you're supposed to keep your legs, like imagine this is a skateboard straight ahead, you're supposed to keep your legs like this and like this, not like straight ahead. And when you're supposed to like push with your other leg, you're supposed to keep one of the legs like this and then push with the other leg. What my dumbass did was, both my legs were horizontal like this, and I decided to push with my other leg and ended up having a huge brain fart moment. I couldn't coordinate properly, and I fell off the board. Now imagine how your knee bends, but imagining it bending the other way. Yeah, that's how bad it was. Fractured my leg. And that's not the worst part. The worst part was... That's not even the worst part. The worst part was me on the floor of the parking, and I'm looking for the security guard, because there's usually a watchman or security guard at the front desk. Reception type shit. And he can see me. Yeah, he can see me, because it's not like whole glass or whole wall or something. It's like half wall, half glass throughout the parking area. This guy decides to look at me and he starts waving at me because I'm crying on the floor, saying, "Hi, come here, get me, I'm hurt. This guy waves back at me for solid 10 seconds until he realizes something's wrong, and then he starts and hurries towards me and starts helping me get up and whatnot. And my mom was home. My grandparents had come to visit Dubai for summer. Not summer, I think this was in March, so it's not summer, before summer. My grandparents are here, my mom is here, my dad wasn't here, dad was at the office, mom had taken a half day, she had come home. Oh, that's not where you park, mate. Yeah, mom was pretty pissed, visibly. She used to be a doctor, so she asked all the basic questions. Does it hurt when I do this? Does it hurt when I do something? Yes, it hurts! We went to the doctor, and the doctor said, I'm pretty sure it was a hairline fracture, not a broken bone, but it hurt like hell, dude. Hairline fractures are pretty bad. Not as bad as clean break, but yeah, pretty bad. Not as bad as what happened to me 6 months ago, but yeah, pretty bad. So all that happened, no surgery required, just put me in a cast, like a plaster of Paris cast, and let me go home. I think I was on bed rest, because I couldn't walk obviously. I was on bed rest for 12 weeks, 3 months. And what happened after that, I can't believe it actually happened to me, because as soon as it was time to take the cast off, we went to the doctor, he took the cast off, and he asked me to get up from the not operating table, like a whatever doctor's table it is, and he asked me to walk. And I put my left leg forward. I'm like, sure, I can walk. I put my right, dude, left and right, what the hell. I put my right leg forward, I could walk. I put my left leg forward, and I couldn't walk. I started taking steps backwards. That was the first time in my life where I forgot how to walk, and I was trying to walk, but I ended up going backwards. Very trippy. Took me, I think, 2 hours of post-recovery physiotherapy to actually learn how to walk again, believe it or not. And physiotherapy as well was very tough back then, because I was so lazy. I used to skip all the exercises the doctor was giving me. He used to put me, like, I had to go to the hospital every day. Not every day, I think twice or thrice a week for physiotherapy sessions, and the doctor would put me in a room where all the physiotherapy equipment is, and he used to tell me do this, and then he'll come back after half an hour. I just used to sit there, do nothing. He told me I need to do cycling for 30 minutes, and then sure, I used to start cycling. I used to get like 5 minutes in. Wait, why is... Oh, please don't tell me there's a traffic all the way. I used to start 5 minutes in and then just give up, watch a movie or something on my phone. Oh, you can't park here, dude. No parking. And I don't know, it doesn't affect my leg as much now, knowing that I skipped on physiotherapy, but could have been really bad. 18-year-old me was a dumbass, but we move. I'm still a dumbass, but I'm not 18 anymore. Coming back to why I said I'm gonna be late, I don't see any cycle racing. How am I gonna explain to my boss that I'm late? I can't show him a footage. Speaking of cycle races, Pune decided to spend so much money on building roads that are optimal for... Oh, it's stalled. Are you kidding me? I can't park here, mate. Pune is... Is that an ambulance? Oh, that is an ambulance. Pune decided to spend so much money on roads that is optimal for cycle racing that I have no idea why people are interested in it. Maybe it's just not like something that I'm into, but a lot of people online have posted videos of the cycle race happening, and there's so much crowd. How are people so into cycling now all of a sudden? I didn't even know that was a thing until before I saw the first reel that was on my feed about Pune hosting a cycling event, like a major cycle race. And it's not just like they're into it. Everyone has their phones out, they're recording shit. This has to be top 5 sheep like herd mentality moment ever. Because at one point this happened to F1. F1 wasn't as big. It was big, but it wasn't as big in my friend circle or people who I knew or like friends of friends. But as soon as like the Drive to Survive documentary came out and some of the hot F1 racers started getting their own edits and whatnot on TikTok and Instagram, every other person's into F1. And suddenly if you're not into F1, you don't have a personality. Like what? I've seen so many memes on Reddit, on Insta and whatnot, that every other Hinge bio of a girl is her being into F1, and that's the funniest shit ever. I mean, obviously they can be into F1, but it's like those Google searches that show you how trending the topic is throughout the year, and then you keep searching F1, nothing, and then 2018, 2019, 2020, F1 right there, top of the chart. Okay, side note, I really hope the audio quality is subpar. Doesn't have to be the best. This is like a filler episode in my life right now, posting this vlog. There are people who look forward to me posting videos, and I can't thank them enough. I never thought I'd be in a position where people are actually waiting for me to post videos. I'm someone that people watch. I'm one of their favorite creators, because obviously growing up I had my list of creators that I want to be like, creators I want to meet, and being part of a list for someone else like that makes me very, 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 I don't know, like, I won't say happy, but I won't even say motivated, but yeah, just fill in the blanks. Get the feeling so much, yeah, feeling so much. I'm wearing a hoodie. It's so hot. I'm already sweating from the inside. It's 11:05. I start work at 11 and I'm 25 minutes away from work. How am I going to explain that I'm 30 minutes late to work? I have to think of a lie. I have to think of a lie so insane that it's almost believable, but at the same time, he wouldn't question why that specific thing happened to me. Dude, I'm sweating already. Holy shit. I need open roads. I need wind blowing through my hair. My tongue sticking out. La, 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 la. Like a dog at the backseat of a car with his tongue out and just enjoying. Abe bhosadi. The roads get worse because there's so much of footfall on them every day. So much of friction, so much of bad weather conditions. I mean, yeah, sure, they're meant to withstand all of them, but only up to a certain point. Does that make sense, or I'm just yapping bullshit? I don't even think that makes sense. Is that why roads go bad? That's just my assumption. If that's not why roads go bad, if that is not why roads go bad, explain to me in the comments like I'm a 5-year-old. That's the only way to get my sentences out at 11 in the morning when I've just woken up 20 minutes ago and I'm rushing my way to work. I cannot function, I cannot think. All my attention is going towards riding safely. And I just realized I'm not even using my indicators. What a hypocrite. Dude. One of my recent reels just hit 1.5 or 1.6 million views, and I was talking about people not having road sense, and literally 2 days after that I'm not using turn signals. What a fucking hypocrite. I've heard from people when they're at a stop sign like this that they usually switch their bikes off to save fuel, but if I do this, my temperature is at 96 degrees, my coolant temp. Yeah, I can hear the fans, I can feel the heat. It's 98 degrees, 99 degrees, 100 degrees, 101, 102, literally boiling point of water right now, 103. So I don't prefer doing this even if the signal is like 2 minutes long. I prefer my bike being at an optimal temperature than overheating at a traffic stop, because what if it doesn't start? I'm very scared of that. What if it just blows up? Boom! And it's back at 96. This thing runs at around 85 to 100. Rarely 100, but it's always around 90 to 95, which is pretty good. I don't feel the heat as much. I still feel the heat. Imagine a bike being made of all titanium, because titanium used in exhaust systems and whatnot, because it heats up quickly, and not because it heats up quickly, because it cools down as quick as it heats up, and it leaves that cool bluey purple-ish color, which looks so nice. But sadly, I cannot use a titanium exhaust on a single cylinder bike because I don't know if I'm enthusiastic enough to put that chapri music in the background right now. But yeah, I'm trying my best to not edit any videos, just do basic cuts to not have awkward pauses and whatnot, not put any background music, not put any fancy effects, subtitles and whatnot. All I care about is yapping on the camera and having my thoughts be out there in a video format and for people to enjoy. I'm working a job, dude. I cannot be doing all this extra fancy shit. I'll start doing that when I start, earning through content, and this is the only way I'm earning my living, and I have a lot of free time on my hand. But I think I'd spend like 4 hours on a vlog for it to get like 1,000 views. I'll just be upset. So much effort put into something that I'm not getting any money in return. It just wouldn't make sense to me. But that's for now. If I'm famous one day, you have no idea what's in my head. The amount of ideas that are in my head right now, spewing about travel vlogs, gym vlogs, moto style vlogs, cooking vlogs, IRL vlogs. So many possibilities, and my personality in the few years has become in a way that it's very moldable, if that makes sense. It depends on the situation. So this road was blocked yesterday in front of me, and it was diverted to the other side of the street. I hope that is the case now, so I have some video footage of me being late to work, and I'm just focused on that. I don't know for what reason, but I honestly don't care if I'm late to work or not, because I'm working to be productive, to be creative, and I'm not being creative nowadays, and that's stopping me from growing, if that makes sense. I'm just in a place that I feel stuck, and I don't want to leave because I'm being very अबे भोसड़ी के रोड के बीच में भैंचोद खड़ा है, and I just feel stuck. I cannot progress, I cannot switch to a better job because I'm lazy, and that's just all on me. It's nothing to be proud of. That's why I haven't posted any videos on Insta for the past, I'd say, a week, like a proper yap time or a story time or any topic that I know would go viral, because I'm just lazy. And it's not just being lazy, there's so much of overthinking in my brain that it's not even overthinking. Like, I know everything that needs to be done. I have made a list. I've made every single thing that needs to be done for me not to be lazy, but it's all in my head. It's like 10 Google Chrome tabs open all at once, which are all useless, I know, but I'm watching all of them. I'm trying to navigate through each and every one of them. Do I even put this in the video? I don't know, man. Oh my god, can I go? Holy fuck, dude. And I only overtake from the left if I know like there's no imminent danger in front of me, but you should never overtake from the left. It's actually life-threatening. I've had a few close calls when I was a new rider. But yeah, overtaking from the left is literally signing your own death warrant. Especially in a country like India. You're fucked. If something comes in front of you, your brakes don't work in time, you're fucked. I shouldn't be abusing. I mean, I'm not getting monetized. I'm not getting paid from YouTube. So fuck this, fuck that, fuck everyone, fuck this job, fuck this life. Sorry, mom, if you're watching. You know what I hate the most? People coming up to me and trying to have small talks. I live in a society where every time I'm trying to enter my elevator, this one random auntie comes to me and starts asking me how my day was. How am I doing? Like, I see you just once every 2 months or something. You don't have to ask me this small question just to keep in touch with me. Like, if you really want to know how am I doing, come here, let me tell you. I'm 30 minutes late to work. Fuck this life, fuck everything. I don't want to be here. I'm stuck. I think that's it. getting views on Instagram is a lot easier than you think. You just need to have good quality videos. You just need to be a bit different than everyone else. This is a current trend that I'm seeing that's going on Instagram, is how to go viral, how to get views. I created content for 30 days straight and this is what I've learned. It is very annoying because I think Purvi or someone was the first person to actually do it, and everyone's doing the same shit. No one's being original. Everyone's using the same font, everyone's using the same typography, same editing style, same daily vlog bullshit. But you're forgetting one thing. She is Purvi, like she's successful because she's different. And not everyone is different. Not everyone's meant to have an interesting personality. You might not even be good at this, but you're doing something because someone else did it. And that is very fucked up. अबे भोसड़ी के. Why is it always when I'm singing this song someone accidentally tried, not accidentally, obviously they're doing it on purpose, but why am I always like in these situations when I'm singing this song and someone just cuts in front of me and then something vulgar comes out of my mouth? At least something vulgar is not going inside my mouth. Alright, that was genuinely funny. Only 27 minutes, 11:27, 27 minutes late. I haven't heard a WhatsApp message go off. I'm wearing earphones right now, so I'm guessing everyone else is late. So if everyone else is late, I should be forgiven. Yeah, I'm overtaking from the left like a dumbass again. Sorry for party rocking. Yeah, spend $500 billion on roads for cycle races, but don't fix these fucking potholes. Make it make sense, dude. Every time I was just speaking about this. Every time I get blindsided by that specific pothole because some car is in front of me and I can't seem to remember the position of that pothole. Every single time my suspension bottoms out because I'm going in deep inside the pothole. Pause. And I'm here at work. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for post notifications. And see ya later. Mwah. Hello. That mwah wasn't for him, but the mwah was for you guys. Peace out, bitches.